Okay, folks, welcome to the FSBN channel. We are doing flight 166. It's a proving flight over to Daytona and then up to Providence. We have some weather here in Miami, so we'll have to get all the weather. We'll do the paperwork. It's a cold and dark start. We got to be out of here by looking at a 6 o'clock push, so pretty early. One of our early banks of morning flights here. Usually they'll start around 7 or 6 o'clock, and that's kind of where we're at today. So we got a 6 o'clock departure. We got to get in here and get her done. So let's go ahead and jump into the flight deck. By the way, if you're new to the channel and you want to know what we're about, it's really pretty simple. Do it right, learn something, have fun. That's kind of what we're here for. So we've got rain. Let's go start the aircraft. Basically it's a 5:15 show, and we got to really rock and roll to kind of get everybody working here. So let's go ahead and wake up the aircraft. We're going to come up on the overhead here. I'm going to turn my light on. We've got the ground power ready to go. It's got a blue light. That means it's ready to accept power. The first thing we're going to do is make sure all of our pumps are off. Now we don't want to energize the hydraulics or anything like that. So let's go ahead and throw the battery switch to the on position. We'll take a look at what we got. I think I could turn this. Oops, wrong light. I could turn the light off now. You can see negative 75. That's looking good. Gear is down. We're going to come over here. Park brake is on, and the cutoffs are at idle. Let's go ahead and get on the AC bus. Throw it on the AC bus, and how we're going to do that is just basically come down to that ground power switch. We'll throw the ground power on right now. There we go. All right, we got a ground power is on. Beautiful. Let's get AC. Now the next thing we're going to do is come down here and get the fire switch going. We got the wheel well, all three there. Sorry, let's go ahead and get that on. There we go. We got 2 fault in ops. That's done. 1, 2, straight up cargo. I like to get these tests done out of the way. Good. Good. Throttle's working, and we got, we just kind of want to get out of the way quick as we do this. And now, good. We'll pull that up for now. This is a new route for us, by the way. We're going from Miami to Daytona. Okay, both on nav. I want to see a line. 1 and 2. Drop into the FMC. And let's see what we got. We're going to do FMC here. There's our model. It's a 700. Airac data is 24 of 13. December 26th to January 23. We're good to go on that. Program is good. We're going to go position initialize. Kilo. Now, there's a couple ways we could do this. We're going to go ref here, Miami, and we're going to pull in Gulf 9. I don't know if it's going to work. Let's see. That is our gate we're assigned to today, and it is. We're going to throw that in the scratch pad and then drop it in, and that's it. That's all we do for now, and the airplane's going to do its thing. And last but not least, I'm going to reset that. We're going to drop in here and throw a lights test on, and basically I'm just going to check all the overhead stuff, make sure we're good. There we are. Okay, that's coming off. Go through our panel now. I'm not going to do a full-on flow. I'm just going to do, this is kind of the early morning flow. We're going to check all of our lights. Get all these lights on. Taxi lights coming on. Logo lights are on. Wing lights are on. We're going to go strobe and steady and throw that on. Let's go check it out. And you would have the first officer, whoever wanted to do this, would be walking outside and checking everything and all the lights, strobes. Good deal. All right. Looking good. We got strobes on, lights are on. Local lights look good. All right, let's jump back in the flight deck and we'll turn it all off. Taxi's coming off. We'll leave the logo light on. We'll leave the wing light, turn the wing light off. And then finally, what the heck happened here? All right, that's off. And then we got strobes. We got to throw that off and steady. All right, we are good there. I'm going to throw the wing well light on for the walk-around inspection, so they have some light there. Okay, that's it. Let's go to get our paperwork, and we will get the show on the road. Minimum fuel today. Let's pull it all up. We're minimum fuel 12,100 pounds on minimum fuel. Maximum, we're going to take 13. Excuse me. Plan 13,000. We're at Gate Gulf 9, and we have, I think, 6,000 pounds of fuel total on this aircraft right now. So 3,000, 3,000, nothing in the center. That gives us 6,000 total. Planning out of here with, what did we say, 13? So 6.5. Okay, good. All right, zero fuel weight estimated at 116.9er. Just got to write all this down. Takeoff weight is going to be 129.3. And then what we'll do is we're just going to go to the EFB here, if I could. I don't have a quick command for that. And just go to electronic flight path, and we just go throw in our data, and you can see it just populates, so you know you're good to go. The airplane senses that, and we are all set. We do have a release coming in, and we have a ACARS CPDLC just came through as well. We're looking at a landing weight of 125. Good. All right, the weather here in Miami. Let's go and pull that in there so that we got that. We can get going. Miami weather right now, ATIS says the following: 340 at 9er, 340 at 9, gusting 17. Visibility is 6 statute miles and light rain. And we're looking at mist, overcast at 006, so 600 overcast, 13, 12. Is the temperature. Altimeter 3014. Runway, they're taking off 26 left, 26 right, 27 and 30. The 26 left, 26 right. Hopefully you can get the right side. And then 30. We'll see. And we will tune right now to Miami. It is 119.15. 119.15. Let's do that. Nice and slow, because sometimes I go too fast with my board here. It doesn't like it. There we go. 119.25. Did I get that? Did I get it wrong? 119. Departure radius 133.675. Sorry, 133.675. 133.6. I'm contemplating if I should start 133.675. That ain't gonna work. Hang on. You guys can't hear it. Let's stand by. Quebec, I gotta get that because I didn't hear a word. Six right, 30. Wow. Okay, Quebec it is. All right, so information is Quebec. I'll write that down. Everything else looks good, kind of what we figured that was going to happen. All right, let's do, if we want to get this started, I'm just contemplating if we even start this dumb, we could start self-loading cargo if we want to. It's been acting very odd lately. So, I mean, we'll try it. We'll see how it works. It might not work great, but we'll see. It was kind of being wonky before, so I don't know. We'll see what happens here. I'm just going to start it right now. We're looking at a departure time is 10:28. We're going to be departing here at 11 o'clock, and I want to be there on time. Crew boarding was due 3 minutes ago. Well, they're on the aircraft, so sorry. We're going to go in-flight services here. I'm just going to rewind the time just for about 5 minutes. There we go. Cabin door is already open and the crew is already on board. We're going to tell that to them. Everything else is good. We'll start our flight. Gosh. Okay, I'm going to click start flight here. They're going to ring us a gazillion times and we'll go from there. Okay. And I want to use GSX today, so let's see what the heck happens. They're saying no open door. Well, open the door. I expect the door to be open. It is not. So let's go ahead and get that door open. Menu, door, open the door. Good. Okay, cockpit door is coming open as well. All right, there we go, guys. So let's go ahead and call for, we're going to call for catering. We really don't need catering here. We're going to go, so it's going to be such a fast flight. We'll get catering in Daytona. Let's go ahead and get the fueling truck rolling. Request refuel. Good. Refueling requested. That's good. So we could program our FMC, and we're going to do that right now. Let's go to our menu. FMC right there. Initialization. We're going to 0 fuel weight. I've got a 0 fuel weight estimated at 116.9. No. 116.9 or 0 fuel. Drop that in. Cost index is roughly, we're going to go pretty high on this one just because of we got to make the schedule. So reserves, what are the reserve? We definitely have an alternate today. We're going to go to my Orlando, and I believe we have 2 alternates. We have Jacksonville and Orlando. So we're looking at an alternate about 8.1. I'll put 7,000 in there. Don't want to go below that. We are, no, cost index is 40. I put in the wrong number here. And we're looking at reserves at 7,000. Planned fuel is going to be roughly 12.5. Is what our planned fuel looks like. And our cruise altitude is 20. I'm getting a call here. 23, I think.
Hi, Captain. Okay, so I've spoken to security, and they've started checking in, but there's around another 10 minutes to go before we expect to be seeing any passengers.
Yep. All right, start boarding when you can.
No problem.
All right, that's done, and we're going to go ahead and throw our cruise altitude. I think we said 23,000. Yeah. So we're going to go 230 for cruise altitude, and our winds are going to be 254 at 61. We'll throw that in there. Outside air temperature on top, we're looking at minus 17. So right there. Perfect. Execute and when limit. Now hold on there. We've got some, I'll throw my OPC, or onboard performance computer. We're going to calculate. For that, you guys can use, obviously, SimBrief or, whatever you're using. I'm going to use the VTP on this one. And then we'll see if we can't get this to work. Alright, hold on. And it's raining, so we got to be aware of that, cognizant of that. So let's fly. Let's see what we got here. So we are going to do... We are in a 737-700 series aircraft. We've got the 24,000 steel brakes, airport search. We're going to go Miami. And we're looking at runway, probably going to be 26. I'm thinking the one closest to us, 27. If we can get it, I'm going to request 27. It's just right there for us. Runway 27 full length. Condition, well, you guys know it's wet. So let's pull in the condition. It is wet. The runway is wet. It's raining. I don't know what the FICON says. I got to look at the NOTAMs really quick. Just let me check the NOTAMs just for the FICON and see what, if it's throwing us a code or not. Info, NOTAMs. We have... FICON runway 27, it is 100% wet, so that is correct. It's wet. And TG, we're going to go full thrust on this today. Maximum, optimum, auto, off. So optimum flap. Usually we'll force a flap 1 on this. Auto, off on the anti-ice. No improved climb. Takeoff weight, roughly 129. We're gonna put a few 129.3. Mac is probably going to be about 18%. Let's go ahead and calculate that. We have about 2,000 pounds of cargo. The rest are bags. We've got 135 booked. So we'll see. I'm just plotting it out right now and seeing what we got. Okay, it spit out a few things. It's got flaps 1, which we'll do that, and we're going to go runway 27. Cell temp, we're not going to do that. It's going to be full power today, okay? So trim 6.5 and not applicable on the cell temp. We got to do full power. 118, 127, 136. That's our numbers. Okay, and we have, really quick, looking at margins here. Accelerate stop distance 4701, and we're going to be right around that range. Have plenty of room for the runway, so we're good. So I'm going to go cell temp here at 13 degrees. I'll just drop that in there. That is done. Click takeoff. We're going to go flaps 1, and then our CG is going to be at roughly 18%. It might change as we get the everything on. I've got this is QRH on. Let's see, trim. This set. Let's go to this really quick. Miami to, and I'm going to do this old school just because it's such a short flight. So I'm not going to use the automated, I'm not going to pull a company route. I'm just going to do it this way. It's just easier, a little more control over it. And what the system's telling us, we're going to go Flamingo 2 to Wapham. So departure, we'll do runway 27, Flamingo 2, Wapham, and then there is no arrival. It's Valhalla 208 to Smyrna. So let's go to the route page here, and you can see what we have. We're going to Flamingo 2 to Wapham, then what? Then we can go Valhalla. So we could have, all right, let's do this. Let's go back, because there is no arrival into Daytona, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is go back to the route page here, and we're going to go Miami. I'll show you. I am going to do the company route. Let's see what happens. Just less typing. I thought it was just going to be an arrival departure. Oh, I'm going to do that. Click the route. I'm going to drop the color route in there. It should change things. It has. Let's go and check it out now. Runway 27 outbound. Departures out of Miami, the Flamingo 2. Wampum transition. And then we can look now at our route. Route page here, and you can go next page. Now you can see, right? Wampum, Vocala, Smyrna, and that's what we wanted. And then we're going to activate, execute, and just make sure that that matches what our PDC says. We got Miami, Flamingo 2, Wampum, 208, Smyrna, Daytona, altitude 230, squawk 1342. Okay, so we'll throw that in the squawk. That's good. I'm good with that. We'll click now, take off. Now you can see we have our numbers. Now we haven't. The reason why that was is because of the I didn't have anything programmed. 118 is in. We're going to put in 127. What the heck happened there? All right, let's go to menu. Takeoff page. 118, 127, I'll just throw 128 in, 136, that's fine with me. Okay, I'm good with all that. Awesome. Next page. You don't have to put this in. This, again, we already done it. Did it, done it. Okay. Cell temp's good, takeoff is good, and our legs are good to go. Okay, everything is programmed in the aircraft. I don't have to worry about any of that. Now I can go and say, all right, do we have everything? Legs set. We've already done that. That's good. Okay. 230 set as well. Okay, we're done with that. We'll just get the aircraft boarded. I want to see them starting to board here, so let's go ahead and call them for boarding. Wish that would happen already, but it didn't, so I'm waiting on them to board. So let's go ahead and get the boarding. Request boarding, please. Yep.
Ground to copy.
Yeah, go ahead. Can you get these people on? That's the next question.
Hi, Captain. Technical check, please.
5x5 on my end, loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Okay, Captain. Radio check, please. We'll contact you when we're ready to start loading.
We can start loading right now. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I'm just gonna turn down these lights a little bit. They're just wicked bright in my face. I don't generally want it that bright on a day like this. Okay, so that's done. No. Do you want to board crew? Nope, we're on the aircraft. All right, they're gonna start boarding our passengers.
All stations, we're about to start boarding.
All right, that's on that mode. Good to go there. System's up. Now, what I like to do at this point is, before I do any of my flows on the overhead, I'm going to go ahead and give us a briefing on what to expect. Obviously, I briefed the flight attendants already, and then let's take a look at our EFB, and we'll take a look at our charts. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this to night mode. We're going to go departure, and we're going to do the, I think it was the, where was my SID? Flamingo 2. So we're going to go to the Flamingo 2 departure. I'll show you what to expect. Out of here, 270, we're going to go 272, 298 to K-Rocks to Russ. That's already programmed. I see it to Remo, all the way up to Alonso, and then from there, Flamingo. And you see how long, I mean, they keep us low. And then Wampum. After Wampum, we're out of there, and we're going to go to after that, we're basically just going to go right to Daytona. The arrival into Daytona is pretty simple. It was probably going to be landing to the other side. If we have to do a turnaround here, we'll plug in 27 just in case. I'm going to go ahead and throw that into the pin that mode, and then we're going to go to the airport. I'll show you what we got here. Airport parking bays. We're right up in this area here, and then we're basically going to... I have to shut this window. It's freezing out here. Takeoff minimums, we don't want that. Airport information's right there. Go ahead and throw that in there, and then I'll click full screen, and I'll show you.
Ground cockpit.
Go ahead. What you got?
Hi, Captain. Just a quick update to let you know that we started loading. We expect to find load sheet up on
I appreciate that, thanks. All right, flight attendants, go ahead.
Hi, Captain. We've started boarding now, and the passengers are being seated.
Excellent, thank you, appreciate it. All right, that's done. So we've got here, we're gonna get a push. We'll probably go, obviously, nose to the right. Quick taxi, we'll start 2, we'll go down to 27, and we'll blast off out of here. Anything below 80 knots will stop the aircraft. Anything above 80 knots, we're only gonna stop for fire, failure, fear, shear. It is raining, so we'll have to be diligent. 118 on the V1, and we'll go from there, okay? Once we're airborne, we'll actually arm LNAV on this one, and we will fly the flight directors up, and then we'll engage command. We'll go from there, okay? Hopefully you don't have any questions, and you're good to go on that. 10:36. All right, so at this point in time, we could... you see they're boarding us, which is good. Passengers are coming on. Excellent stuff. We're not, like I said, we're not doing any catering today. Maybe they're handing out drinks. I don't know. It's probably going to be pretty bumpy up there, so it's definitely bumpy up at altitude. I'll give you guys a briefing here in a minute. At this point in the flight, I'm going to just wait a few minutes. Just to still start doing my flow. I like to get a flow done. I could really knock out the flow in a few minutes, so I don't want to knock that out yet. So I'm going to hold off for a minute, and then we'll get our passengers boarded, and we will be ready. And I'm actually going to do the upper flow, and then so I will do some of the flows that I need to do. Okay, these are off, these are on. That's capped. Wet recorder is getting tested. Capped off. Mach airspeed. Stall warning next. You watch the stick shaker. PSEU light is off. Okay, I'm going to go with the dim. And I got a couple unruly passengers. Yacht Emperor's coming on. These 2 lights are on. That's good. Navigation panel. We should have normal, 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 auto, and normal. That's set. These are off. I'll just check crossfeed. Lights open. Should come closed. It is. And we'll come it back closed. Fuel pump coming on one side on my side. There it is. Bingo. Actually, wrong side. I think I'm flying an MD-80, guys. It's this side. I'm going to go the aft pump. Left side on this airplane. Isn't that interesting? You would think the APU is actually drawn off. I'm so used to that MD-80 pulling off the right. Left side aft. Fun. So that's just some of the things that don't transfer. Galley power coming on for those flight attendants. They want coffee, and the passengers want coffee. Ground power's on. We have 24402. Let's just check the TRs. That's good. That's good. That's good. Coming around. All set. Inverter's looking good. Standby power. Last check. That's good. Ground power, that's 0. For the amps. Yeah. Good. Let's do it. Seatbelts coming on. Chimes off. Seatbelt signs are on. And good. That's all set. Ready to go there. That's on. And just coming down to the starter panel. I'm going to go to the right side now. There you go. And we won't start the EPU for quite a bit. Window heat's coming on. I'm just going to actually do a test. So what you're going to do is throw all of them on. And you should get all 4 lights on. And if you didn't see like a light on, say in Vegas or something, this light's off, you're going to do a power test. We don't have to do one of those today, so I'm just going to do an overheat test. All four is on. They're going to shut them all off, throw them back on, probe heat, off. Good. And last but not least, we're going to keep on coming down here. Gosh. All right, those two pumps are off. We're going to just wing anti-ice on. We'll throw these two on just to watch the lights, make sure you've got good lighting. Good. And nothing will happen on the engines because it's pneumatic. So hydraulic pumps are off. Those are good. We'll go ahead and test and hold this for 5 seconds. And stand by. All right, we got duct pressure. Air pressure is good. We're going to come down here. Packs are off. Those are good. Bleeds off for now. We're up to 23,000 feet today with a landing altitude of 34, a whopping 34. So we'll go to 50, and I'm getting a call. Go ahead. I'm ready for a checklist here. Just waiting for the... Go ahead.
Loading system completed. Resetting the load sheet on
All right.
Pushback.
Roger, thank you. Appreciate it. We're boarded. That's good. What time is it? 10:41. Excellent. The one thing about this is we actually gotta go out on time. That's a big deal. All right, this is going to be V2 set 136. 136 right here, 456. Flight director should be coming on. Flight director's on my side. There it goes. Altitude, they said climb 5,000, I think. Blah, 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 blah. Climb via the SID. Well, climb via the SID is, they got us capped off on the Flamingo 2 to about 5,000 feet. So bring it on down to 5,000 here. And we'll set it right there. That is set. And RTO coming on the brakes. Just want to make sure that's good. Heading 270 on the heading. Let's go all the way around. 270 set. That's good. Really just set the fuel flow. Don't have to really. We already tested those. We'll test the autopilot annunciator. That's looking good. That's done. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Coastal Airways.
All that's done.
On behalf of the entire crew, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to both our returning and new passengers. Before we take off, we kindly request that you stow your larger carry-on bags in the overhead compartment to ensure a clear and safe aisle for everyone. Smaller personal items can be placed under the seat in front of you. For an on-time departure, we encourage you to take your seats as quickly as possible.
All right, we're all good.
Please fasten your seatbelts, ensuring they are low and tight across your lap, and fasten them snugly throughout the duration of the flight.
Okay,
as a friendly reminder, all electronic devices should now be set to airplane mode or switched off for the duration of the flight. Please also take a moment to familiarize yourself with the safety information card located in the seat pocket in front of you. If you have any questions or require assistance at any time during the flight, please don't hesitate to reach out to one of our attentive flight attendants. We are here to ensure your journey with Coastal Airways is safe, comfortable, and enjoyable. Once again, we thank you for choosing Coastal Airways for your travel needs. We are delighted to have you on board and look forward to providing you with a pleasant flight experience.
All right.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight with Coastal Airways. All
right, folks, that's done. I'm going to give you a briefing here. Folks, welcome to the flight here, flight 166, nonstop service over to Daytona Beach. Right now, Daytona, we're looking at, it's going to be a little bit bumpy on the climb out here in the descent. It might be getting some rough weather throughout the whole flight, actually. Just got a system of rain here in the Florida area. So we might just keep you seated throughout the flight. We do apologize for that. I don't know if we can get some services done today. We'll see if we can get it out there for you. Right now, the weather in Daytona Beach, we've got, let's see here. I show 47 minutes to Daytona, and the weather in Daytona right now, temperatures are about 45 degrees. It's actually beautiful. 45 degrees, and looks like right now 2 miles visibility, and it's overcast about 800 feet. We should have you off the ground here soon, and thanks for watching Coastal Airways and the FSBN channel. Sit back, relax, enjoy the flight up to Daytona Beach. All right, PA is done. Departure is looking at 65:50. Time check, go ahead. What do you got?
Hi, Captain. Okay, we've received the load sheet from ground. There's the passenger count, the crew count, and the total souls count. Plus yourselves, of course.
I appreciate it. Thanks. We'll get going here soon.
Okay, looks like we're all set to go whenever you're ready.
Alrighty. 13,000 on the fuel. I'm just going to do some paperwork and then we'll wrap it up. I will remove the jetway.
No problem.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and close the cockpit door. I actually got to get about 15 minutes here, and then we'll get going. We'll work our checklist, and I'll do that right now. Our system's coming in on the bottom. There we are. Okay, parking brake. Yep, sorry. Here we go. Before start checklist, fuel and fuel pumps. They are going to be fuel. We got about a few minutes to go here. It's 47. We want to be pushed by 6, so we got some time. That's what I mean. We got some time to sit there and relax. So I already gave you a briefing departure. We've already briefed our taxi route. We're just going to stand by here. We'll go through the checklist, and I will be right back. All right, folks. We just closed the door to the cockpit. We're going to go ahead and start the APU. APU coming. Start right now. Okay, throw the APU on. All the 1, 2, 3, 4 pumps are on, and our hydraulics are coming on as well. Okay. We'll call for push. Start here. Request. Prepare for push. Start. Disregard, I'll be back here in a minute. Alright, APU is lit. Okay, let's go and get it online here. 1, 2, APU is on the bus. Let's go and throw the timer on. Gotta wait about 90 seconds. Alright, let's go in and get everything removed off the ground. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go ground services here. We're gonna release our ground power. We're gonna release the air conditioning cart. And we are Swissport today. That's coming released, and of course, let's get our chocks off the aircraft.
Yep.
That is correct. Go ahead. Chocks removed.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
All right.
Departure checks completed. completed. Bypass pin inserted.
All right, here we go. Checklist coming in. I think we did most of them. Fuel pumps, passenger signs, window heat, hydraulic pumps are on. Doors are closed. Door is closed. Pressurization is set in auto. Auto brakes and RTO stab trim is set. Before start, checklist is complete. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn on the APU. APU bleed coming online right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Coastal Airways, where your safety is our top priority. Please give us your full attention as we go over the important safety features of this Boeing 737. Please ensure that
we're going to go to the nose. We want to go nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes, please.
All right, there it is, 11 o'clock.
To fasten your seatbelt, insert the flat metal end into the buckle.
Okay, here we go, brakes off.
Release parking brakes, please.
It's all you, dude.
Commencing push. All engines clear, start at will.
At all times while seated, as unexpected turbulence may occur. The 737-700 series aircraft has 6 emergency exits.
We're good to go here. Let's get on departure. Looks like 119.450.
800 series aircraft has 8 emergency exits. 2 forward doors, 2 aft doors, and 4 overwing exits. In the event of an evacuation, floor lighting will guide you to the nearest exit. Please take a moment to locate your nearest exit, which may be behind you. Should there be a change in cabin pressure, oxygen masks will automatically drop from the panel above your seat.
All right, let's go. Start them up.
To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask toward you.
Okay, packs are off.
Your nose and mouth,
I'm going to start number 2 first. Again, little defers from
oxygen will be flowing.
from
Be sure to secure your own
the
mask
MD-80.
before assisting others. For flights over water, your life vest is located under your seat. To use it, pull the vest over your head, fasten the straps around your waist, and adjust tightly. Do not inflate the vest until you exit the aircraft.
Please set parking brakes.
Pull the red tab or blow into the tube at shoulder level. In the event of a water landing,
Unlocking gear.
stored in the ceiling compartment.
Park brake set.
And will be deployed by the crew.
28. Here comes the
Please follow
gas.
their
Fuel on.
instructions on how to safely exit the aircraft
Brakes are
and
set.
board the life raft. A safety information card is in your
Got a
seat
light.
pocket. Please take a moment to
Timer.
review it, paying particular attention to the operation of your life vest, oxygen mask, and exits. At this time, please ensure that all portable electronic devices are in airplane mode or turned off for taxi, takeoff, and landing. Larger devices must be stowed. Small,
UGT.
handheld devices may be used. We're pleased to offer complimentary Wi-Fi on today's flight. To access it, simply go to flycoastalairways.com on your
Starter
device
cut up.
and log in as a beach phone member.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
You can sign up for free while on board and start
Left is
enjoying
clear.
Yeah, roll
Right is
back.
clear.
immediately. Please remember that
Okay,
all
good start.
devices
We'll
will be in airplane mode
isolate,
for the
ventilate.
duration of the flight. This is a
Oh, we're going to come down
non-smoking
here and
flight.
throw this to close,
Smoking,
and then we'll go ahead and
including the
open
use of
the
electronic
pack.
cigarettes,
All right, let's
is
start
not
number
permitted at any
1.
time. Tampering with, disabling,
Number 1, come to
or
ground. Here we go.
destroying the smoke detectors
Timer
in the
up.
lavatories is prohibited by law. For your comfort and safety, we will be dimming the cabin lights for takeoff. Individual reading lights are located above your seat. Thank you for your attention. If
All
you have
right, I
any
got the
questions, please don't hesitate to ask
I
one
had
of our
the
crew members.
thing.
We are here to make your flight as comfortable and safe as possible. Once again, welcome
25, here
aboard
comes the
Coastal
fuel.
Airways, and enjoy your flight.
Fuel in. Got a light. All pressure. All pressure's off. And 1. And starter cut out. Look for rollback. There's rollback. Reset timer. There we go. All right, let's do it. On the overhead, coming down, looking good. Let's go with the Gen 1s, Gen 2s. Inverter's looking good all the way around here. All right, on the bats. 1, 2, APU. Off. Coming up, propede on. Drop back down here. All that looks good. That looks good. Auto. Off. Lights coming off here. Come on, really? That looks good. That's good. Let's go ahead and continuous. Continuous. Taxi lights on. Flaps 1. Let's go check him out. All right, here, taxi checklist coming up. Let's clear that. This is super bright still. Kit 4 taxi generators are on, propede is on, anti-ice is off, flight controls are free, flaps are 1-1 with green light. That transponder's coming on TARA. Let's go ahead and request for taxi clearance here. What we're going to do is basically go straight out here on 20 and then we'll hold. Brakes off my plane. All right, let's go. We're underway, folks. There'll be about like 4 or 5 flights coming out at 6. There's the rest come out at 7. We'll give them a call. Miami departure, Riptide 166, spot 20 taxi with the numbers. 27 via Papa, or Riptide 166. All right, guys, Papa, there it is. Looking good. The engine's been running for 3 minutes, so we're good on the warm-up. Looks like the rain subsided a bit. Papa's going to turn over here. Rain coming on as well. We'll stop the aircraft here. All right, this is it. We'll turn in, and here we are. We'll run our checklist. Okay, brake check. Runway 27. Hold. All right, here we go. Before takeoff, takeoff config. Max, please. That's what we call. Okay, we got RNAV to Crocs and runway 27 clear for takeoff. Riptide 166. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for takeoff. Thank you. Who? Yeah, we're at departure. Who was that for? Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. Auto throttle alarm. We're going to go RNAV, LNAV on VNAV. VNAV and LNAV. Engaged. Here we go. All right, let's go. Doors, we're going to go. Clear. That just happens when, just a typical thing here. 80 knots, cross check.
V1.
We're going.
Rotate.
Here we go.
Positive rate of climb.
Good. Degrees, we'll hold. Yeah, it's bumpy. Okay, clamp thrust. 1600. Okay, climb maintain 16,000. Riptide 166. All right, let's get it going here. 16,000. We'll start turn. 16,000 set, flaps up. Here we go. Hand flying the aircraft, folks. Just kind of getting out of the trash. Accelerate. Flaps are up. We're good. We can go control wheel steering, which is nice. That gives us a little more authority on the airplane. It's about 3,000. We can engage anytime we want. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. We're going to go Command A. That's all set, ready. And looking at N1, LNAV, VNAV. We'll tuck that away. 23, and this is going to come off. And taxi lights coming off. There we are. 16,000. Set.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet. You may now use approved electronic devices, but please keep them in airplane mode for the remainder of the flight. If you haven't already, feel free to access our complimentary in-flight Wi-Fi by visiting flightcoastalairways.com and log in as a Siege phone member. For your safety, please keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated, as we can encounter unexpected...
All right, here we go. 5 miles. I'm going to go ahead and turn it up here. We're going to Russ all the way up to 16,000. That's a big airplane. That is a big airplane.
And beer or wine is available for purchase. If there's anything we can do to make your flight more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you for flying Coastal Airways, and enjoy the rest of your flight.
There's 10,000 feet. Looks pretty good. I'll let the flight attendants up. I think we're above the weather here pretty much. I mean, it's forecasted to be bumpy, so I might just keep them on, you know, keep them a little bit through the climb. It's going to be bumpy. So it won't be too bad until we get about 28. Let's see here, 23,000. Actually, well, 230, it's pretty good until we get up to Wampum, so I'll go ahead and release them. Yeah, they're released. So I'm going to go ahead and chime them really quick. That's it, they're good. All right, folks, well, we did all right. Not too bad. Been a minute since I've flown this thing. We're gonna go to Miami Center, maybe? I don't know. Okay, 3517, we'll see ya. Riptide 166. 3517. We'll go ahead and retractables. We'll turn those off. Program like an idiot. Go, give him a call. Miami Center, Riptide 166, climb through 15.3 for 16. Up to 230, Riptide 166. 23,000 set, command on, let's go. There's the climb. Beautiful morning once we're through the clouds here. Let's get the weather here in Daytona. It's going to be Daytona right now reporting 350, 12 knots, 2 miles visibility, and mist. Overcast at 700 feet. So I'm going to go Daytona Beach. Wind right now, Daytona 350 at 12, 2 miles visibility. Sky conditions overcast at 700. Temperature is 7, 2.6 altimeter. 30.29er. And okay, we're gonna go standard, and we'll shut the rest of the lights off. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's off, and logo's off. Okay, we're all set here. I'm gonna go ahead and reset my timer. And we got 230. We're coming through 19,000 right now, and let's see. I'm gonna have to do a few things here, folks. We're looking at runway 350. So I mean, the weather is the 350. Let's go ATIS. There is no ATIS there. Is Jax online? They are not. Tampa departure. I mean Miami departure. Dang, where's Tampa? So, oh, they don't control. Okay, so we should have no controllers now in Daytona. So we're looking at 2 runways in Daytona. That is not Daytona Beach. Let me get Daytona's runway, and we can figure out what we're gonna do. It's gonna happen pretty quick, you know, where we're gonna be landing here. So 7 left, 25 right. So I'm guessing we'll take the 25s. Let's see here. The 7's probably going to be 3-4. Now 340 is 6,000 feet. You know, generally speaking, it's not a runway. 22 for 23. It's not a runway we really kind of land on. We could, but they have an RNAV. 7 left. $50. So I'm guessing, let's take the 7 left. It's going to be better for us. So 7 left it is. The other runways are too teeny, 3-4. I don't think it's going to cut it. So the ILS 7 left. We are level 230, folks. And we're going to keep the seatbelts on just for a minute. I mean, it's not that long of a flight, so I'm not too concerned, but I am, you know, we're going to get into an unknown area of turbulence, light to moderate turbulence, so I'm just going to keep the belts on for a minute. Runway 7 here. It's kind of 6s. Let me just verify something. What was the other one? What was a reciprocal on that one? 116 through 5. 100 degrees. Yeah, 7 left is going to be the runway of choice for us guys. It's you know 80 degrees versus 100 degrees. So we'll take 070 inbound, 109.7 on the ILS. So let's get it programmed in there, and we're coming up from Smyrna. We can do a nice little DME arc, it looks like. So let's go ahead and program that in. And we're going to go arrivals. We're going to do the ILS 25 right. That's Ormond. We don't want Ormond Beach. I'm sorry, I had the wrong runway here. Quick race. We're going to go, I'm thinking I've got 25 right on my mind. 07 left. Smyrna transition. We'll execute that. And then go to a legs page, previous, we got Smyrna, and then Wamel, and then all the way up. We're good. I'm going to go ahead and drop this into the fix page here. We'll drop that in there. We're going to do 15. We'll do another one at 5. And this helps us with situational awareness and energy management. That's why we do that here at Coastal. It just helps us get ready to go. Inbound course 109.7, and I'm gonna have to do a full-on HGS for this because I need the I need to get current to stay current. So let's go ahead and do this. 109.7. I'm gonna program that in there right now. 109.7. Set. Flip it over. 109.7. Sorry. All right, 109.7, 109.7. We'll throw that in there. You can see they're both ready to go here. Runway elevation is going to be in this particular elevation, looking at 30 feet. 30 feet. So we're just going to program this to say 30, and then we'll hit enter. And then we're going to go length. And to get the length, there's something you'll want to do. You want to go to the charts page here. Man, I need night mode. It's killing my eyes. We'll go to get rid of that. Go to our pinned. That's that one. There we go. There. Where are you? And we're going to go to the approach. Left. Okay, so this is the airport, and then we're going to do airport information. We're going to go to the minimums, and we're going to zoom in, and I'll show you 7 left. Okay, so we're looking at 7 left right here. And And we're going to be landing beyond glide slope. 8713 is what we have to work with. 8717. 8717. Oops, sorry. We're going to go 8717. Enter. That is the length, and then it's going to be 3 degree slope, just as our standard. I'm just making sure that is the case. And we have a 3 degree slope. That is. So that's set up, ready to go. All right, so HGS is set up. Happy Riptide. .070 inbound course 070. So we're going to do it on both sides. Right there. Okay, so you're all set for the HGS. We are going to go ahead and program really a Category 1 approach into here, but we're going to go ahead and program the minimums, and we're going to do 200 feet, and we can drop it to 150 on this particular, we can actually get down lower. Even though it's a Category 1 approach, we can go down 50 feet from there. So we can do 150 feet on a DH, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and program this. This is Barrow. We're going to change that to radar altimeter. So we're going to go ahead and move the minimums to radio. And we're going to bring this up to 150. And it'll be about a Cat 2 for us. There we go. It's all set, ready to go. And then we're going to do our performance data. We'll get all that done. Packs for climb, packs bleeds, pressurizations checked. Start switches are off. No, they're not. I'm going to got to do that. I forgot the checklist, guys. Start switches are off, and then APU's off. Flaps are up, no lights. I'll tell you what, I have not flown the aircraft in a month or two. You get rusty a little bit. So it's imperative that you kind of stay with it. Okay, we're all set, ready to go. HGS is programmed. We have locked in the HGS approach, and we should be good to go. And the reason why I'm going to keep the seatbelts fastened is because we're due to hit some bumps here shortly. Cross what? 15,000, standby. Okay, we'll cross Volca at 15,000, 15,000 for Riptide 166. Volca 15,000. So what we'll do now is we're going to change this to 150. 150 Volca. So there's Volca. We'll dump that in there. We'll execute that, and it's going to recalculate everything for us. And what we could do is go to the descent. We're going to click forecast. We'll go ahead and request our winds, and we'll drop them in. And top of descent is coming up shortly. That's why I'm going to keep the seatbelts on, just because no point in turning everything off. Once we get the requested winds inputted, or input into the system here, we'll go ahead and work our performance data. There it goes. Click load. Drops that in there. You'll see it here in just a minute. It's going to drop. There it is. Uplink, execute, done. Go to the legs page. We'll go to prog page, and we can take a look. About 11 nautical miles top of descent. Here we are. We're going to change this down to 150, 15,000. Set. Okay. And then we are going to go and get the performance data worked out. And we're going to do that right now. Init ref coming in, 127 on the gross. Woo. We should be landing with about 126 or so. So I'm going to go to the landing en route page and airport. There is. Hey, thanks for the services. We'll see you later, Riptide 166.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All right, so we're done with that 122.8.
we will be starting our in-flight drink service in a few moments. If you could please clear all aisles and ensure that any bags are placed in the overhead lockers, it would be most appreciated. Thank you. Okay, there we go. So runway 7 left today. We're going to
look at all that. It is dry right now. Let's take a look at the FICON into the airport. To Daytona, NOTAMs. I looked earlier, I didn't see anything, but it's always good to check just in case. It says airspace pyrotechnic demonstration in the area, so we got some fireworks going on, looks like. Dina, ooh, shoot. Nav runway 7 left, unusable. That would be the ILS runway 7 left, unusable, starting 23rd of January, so in 11 hours. It doesn't affect us, which is good. Let's see, that's good, that's good, that's good. Any FICONs that I have to worry about? No. Some, you know, no FICON. So we're going to say dry. It's dry. So runway is dry. Flap configuration, we'll go flap 30 today. Auto off, all, none. Speed brakes on auto. We're going to go idle reverse. Weight's going to be 120, 126, 5 knot. Add. Let's calculate it and see what we got. Let's throw the PA system on here. We'll do it at 18,000. We'll do the call. I'm going to sit them down quicker just because of the bumps, but auto brake's going to be coming on too. All right, what do we got here? Auto brake 2, 7684. We have the runway here, 7684, and we have like 8700 or something. Auto brake 2, runway is 7 left. Flaps are going to be 30 degrees. And we're looking at an approach speed of 136. All right, good with those numbers. The margins look good. All right, I'm going to sit the flight attendants down, prepare them for landing. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our descent, we ask for your attention while we prepare the cabin for landing. Please ensure your seatbelt is securely fastened. Your seat back is in its upright.
Beautiful evening.
And your tray table is stowed.
All right, descent checklist. Whenever you're ready, we're going to do the descent checklist right now. I'm going to come up. I'm going to do my flows first, and then we'll knock it out. All right, these are coming on continuous and continuous. We're going to roll with the lights. Here we go. Lights coming on. We're going to do fixed first, and then we'll do turn offs. Taxi lights coming on. Wing lights are on, logo lights are on, taxi lights are on, and I'm going to throw the retracted here down here in a minute. All right. Are we descending? Make sure that's good. Pressure's good. We are descending here, there. Seatbelts are on. All right, checklist, please. Altimeters and bugs are set and cross-check. VREF, the target set 136. 1,000 to go. Auto brake is on 2. Start switches are on. Recall checked. Descent checklist is complete. Right, 15,000. And here come the bumps. Expecting the bumps through this range. We're going to go in 15,000 feet, hit Smyrna. I don't know. We need to be at Smyrna at, what are we looking at here? About 1,900 feet. So I'm just going to roll this thing to 1,900. Let the airplane do its thing. It'll descend us. You know, I'm going to go ahead and just say, yeah, get us down. So I just hit the altitude and it intervened because I want the VNAV to catch. There we are. I was expecting some bumps here. They're not getting any right now, so that's pretty good. Where are we? 14,000? Should be. We're getting in an area of turbulence here shortly, so. Alright, good call. Folks from the flight deck, we have started our descent into the Daytona area. Right now, 700 feet overcast. Visibility is 2 miles. We got mist. Temperature right now, just basically when we left, it's 45 degrees. Should have you on the ground here in about 15 to 20 minutes. Thanks again for watching the FSBN channel. Sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of the ride. Alright guys, everything's good to go. I was just kind of wait, see what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and use the HGS for the approach, which is going to be nice. We'll fly this nice DME arc into the area. Let's talk about if we had to do a go-around, what that looks like for us. Okay, I'll brief you the approach right now. It looks like ATIS 132.875, Daytona approach 125, 7.25, Daytona Tower 120.7. I'm going to change that right now, 120.7, because it's going to be the tower that we're going to have to call. All right, let's go. It takes me forever. 120.7 set and frequency changed. All right, let's see here, we've got the localizer 109.7, that's set on both sides. 070 is the course, that's set on both sides. And we're looking at an ILS DH today of 150 feet. Airport elevation sitting about 30 feet from our touchdown zone. MSA 2,800 feet around the airport. And if we had to go missed, what we'll do is climb to 700, then a right turn to 3,000 on heading 175. Orlando VOR on the 133 inbound Smyrna, and we'll hold at Smyrna. Okay. We're all set, ready to go. Transition is done, and the aircraft is configured and ready. Descent checklist is complete. That's it. Any questions? Let's talk about touchdown plan really quick. I want to land within the first, third of the runway, about 3,000 feet, less than that. I'm going to try to put it. Now, here's the fun part. This is an HGS approach, so we're going to have to float a little bit. It's going to send us beyond the glide slope, so we might be on the high side. Obviously, I'm going to use the HGS all the way down today because we're practicing. So I'm going to bring it all the way down to nothing. Well, I'm going to follow the guidance cues, I should say. All right, so I'm not going to go visual. We're just going to fly it all the way down till minimums, which is 50 feet or 150 feet for us today. And we will knock it out. And quite fun. Plus 19, don't have to worry about any of the icing issues. We're still coming up from the south end. I gotta get my little line here. Where are you? Okay, there we go. All right, good stuff. I'm looking forward to the 737 Forest Sounds. That should be really cool. Whenever they release it, I don't know when they're going to release that, but it should be fun. So if you're staying with us here from out of here until going up to Providence, Rhode Island, this is your airplane. Now to Daytona, we have a few flights out of Daytona to different parts of the country. We go to Tampa from here. We go to Charlie West from here. There's a couple of things like that. There's India. And then we got Tico. We'll go hit Mallet, Oki, and then Smyrna, and then start that arc. It should start that arc. There's 10,000 lights coming out. Tell you what, flying this airplane is really nice. You forget how cushy these pilots have at flying this airplane, as compared to the MD-80, which I fly a lot in the hockey season. It's very user-friendly, this aircraft. It's just really nice. There's that DME arc we talked about. So once we hit that 15 mile line, we'll slow the aircraft down to 210 or flap up new ring speed. And then we'll kind of get a notch flap. We'll get flap to 5 in there, and then we'll kind of just zip it around. And I'll give a call on the radio, let them know what we're doing. There's our bumps. We're starting to get some turbulence right now. Kind of expected here down low. Let the flight attendants down over on the early side, because we're getting those bumps now.
Ladies and gentlemen, because this is a nighttime flight, for safety purposes, I have dimmed the cabin lights ready for our arrival. Please don't worry, this is a completely normal procedure, and they will be turned back on once we've arrived on the ground. Thank you.
Yep. Daytona traffic, Riptide 166 heading over to Smyrna with the DME arc into the ILS 7 left, Daytona. Looks like the time right now is 11:41 local. So we've got about an hour and 15 minutes for this flight. So we took off at 6, about 42 minutes ago, and we want to be in the gate at 7:15, the latest, or 7 o'clock. So we got about a little over, just around 20 minutes to get there. Actually 7:15 on the pad, so we should be good. We should have an on-time arrival into Daytona. This is a proving flight, so these timings are important that we get it all right. So that's kind of why we got to push back on time and just kind of see what's going on. Yeah, we're getting thumped around today here, folks. This turbulence is going to be a little bit bumpy, so let the passengers know. Well, I'm done already. We'll just leave them alone. We're below 10. All right. Just gotta wait and see. I think our next flight departs at, we got about 30-minute turn out of here into Daytona. Some passengers are going to obviously stay on the aircraft up to Providence. This is a connection that we make. And then we'll load up the aircraft, do everything again here, and restart over to Providence, Rhode Island. This would be nice. Hopefully we have better weather up there. Nautical mile ring is coming in. When that comes in, what we'll do is we'll get the aircraft ready to go here. We'll start slowing the airplane down. We have plenty of time to do so. so I'm not too worried about it, but that's kind of where you want to kind of look into energy management. You know what? We're just going to keep it up just because we're doing fine. Down to 1900, the airplane is acting like it should, so that's good. We're going to go ahead and actually keep this arc. We've got about an 18-mile arc here, so what we'll end up doing is we'll just, I won't throw those flaps in until we get to about Wallman. So we'll just keep it unless we need to slow the aircraft down. We got a pretty good, about 17 knot tailwind right now, so it should shear to the north. I'm expecting that wind should shift, so we will hit a shear line because right now we have a tailwind. That's going to expect, the winds are 350, so it's going to almost be 180 degrees wind shift for us. 70 degrees coming in from the left on the arrival. There's our 15 nautical mile ring. Don't worry about anything. We're still really, we're bang on where we need to be. So I don't want to get any flaps in. I know I said, oh, we got to slow down. Well, we really don't. I mean, we should start slowing down between, 210, but I'm going to get about 220 here. We can, anything below 230 knots, we can start throwing flap out. So, when we get it below 230, but again, there's no point in doing so right now. The airplane is maintaining airspeed well. We're descending like we need to, 850 feet a minute here. It's a nice smooth descent. Now we're on the arc. Daytona traffic, Riptide 166 Smyrna for the DME arc, 7 left. I said, yeah, it's moderate turbulence. Kind of expected that though, especially when you get that shear line. I've been through here, and in real conditions in Daytona with a winter storm passing us by, and same thing. It was brutal. Lots of turbulence through here. Plus 14. You can see there's an immersion. A little colder on the ground. That's what I'm saying. This is an 18-mile arc. There's no point. There's no point in slowing down just yet. We're doing really good. Just had a great sunlight here coming up for us. This is it, folks. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the now something I needed to do, which I just remembered to do. It's Zoppy? No, Folig. So Folig, that's where we want this. So I'm gonna throw Folig into the scratch pad, and I'm gonna dump it on our fix page. And now I'm gonna do 15. And I'll show you what's going on here. 15/5. Because it's an ILS approach, we have to configure a little earlier than normal. And so now we can see I'm going to start slowing the aircraft down now. So I'm going to take over the speed here. Really? Why are you not letting me? Speed intervene. I'm going to go ahead and drop this down to 220, 210. I'll start slowing the aircraft down now. I can't use my dang MCP anymore. That's a bummer. I'll wait for that. So once we get below, whoa, going way back. Once we get below 230 here, we can start dropping some flap in. And our heading. to reset it when we get on the ground. Keep going on the speed. Drop down, flap up here. So annoying. All right, here we go. Ready? Flap 5. We'll go flap 5. Let's go slow to 180. All right, here we go. Nice. So that gives us a little more control over what we're doing here. Nice. Looking good. Give a call. Daytona traffic riptide 166 on final. Or runway 7 left. Daytona. I should say don't do footing stop. All right, you can see what do we got here? We got primary IMC. And that's on standby. A3. That's what we want. Okay, I'm looking for the identification. That's IDAB. And I verified that on my chart. So we are locked in to the ILS already. 1,000 to go. You don't dump the gear down just yet until we get to that next ring. It's about 5 nautical miles. We'll drop the gear. We'll slow the aircraft down. I'm looking for an A3 alarm. There we go. A3 is armed. You can see it says A3 arm. And now you're going to take it over. So we got A3 armed. The airplane's coming down. We can set our it's the 3,000 feet here now. I'm going to go ahead and take over. Okay, kicked it off. It's my plane. Check. Okay, good. And now we're going to hand fly this airplane all the way down. I'm trying to get there. This is what you do on an A3 approach. You have to hand fly the aircraft down. All right, here we go. Gear now. And we're going to start slowing down even more. Flap 15. We're going to slow down. I'm going to go ahead and arm that. Nice and easy. Just going to basically fly that hoop in there, slow the aircraft down even more. I'm going to go 160. It's hard when it's hard one-handed here. It's not going to work. Okay, let's go flap 25. There's that wind that we talked about, that shear. Right there, go flap 30. Landing checks, please. Speed's coming up. Okay, here we go. Landing checks. Feel the aircraft, see what she wants to do. Okay, landing gear down 3 green, flaps 30, 30, green light. Landing checklist is completed. And we're getting a little on the high side, so I'm going to have to push this thing down. We're pretty much right on target where we need to be. The A3 is armed. But we're going to be chasing this down. We're in the soup. It will go. I have to get down. I got to be pretty aggressive now, folks. I got to get down here. We got to get there. So, I'm good. 1800. I got the speed. Set. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start correcting now. Watching our speed. There we are. Our throttle is off. Just want to verify that. It will go. Speeds up. We have a nice crosswind to the left. Trying to get the aircraft nice and stable here. It's hard because of the wind. Now normally when it's up this windy like this, you wouldn't fly an A3. You got A3 flashing, that's good, that's what we want. Good, now we can see the A3 cues, and we were just A3 on standby, now we're A3 armed, and what we're going to do is fly this hoop into the hole like that as best we can. I'm keeping a little bit more speed just because of the wind, so it's looking good. Okay, we got gear down, flaps are 30, and this is it right now. You just kind of nice and easy. Normally I got my hand on the throttle just in case I need it. If you start drifting or at 700 feet, see how it's starting to get out, just a little bit of tolerance there. And it's just the turbulence. Sometimes you can get an approach more. We got the runway in sight. Runway environment, I should say. RAS kicked in, so we got going to the approach. I see the runway now. Runway's in sight. We're going to keep on trucking. Push it down. You don't want to go nuts, so you want to get this thing down to there's a little bit of bumps here, some turbulence that we're dealing with. There's a synthetic runway. I've got the visual on it. We're going to go all the way down until we can't, about 150 feet. Speed stays in. I'm going to throw the speed down just a little bit. Okay, 150, we are landing. We got approach one, but we see the runway now.
50.
Okay, we'll go ahead and
30.
correct. Whoa.
10.
Kick a little bit of rudder there, drop that wing. It's gonna float you down the runway. Now I'm just I gotta get on center line here. 2 in reverse, 1 in reverse. That doesn't help me. Now we got 2 in reverse and speed brakes. Let it roll, get off on the next one. I got the aircraft. Welcome to Daytona, folks. And just a nice little rollout cue. Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your destination with Coastal Airways. On behalf
Touchdown,
of the entire
6:57.
crew, I would like to extend our sincere thanks for choosing to fly with us today.
It is a
As
misty
we have now landed, we
evening
kindly
or
ask
morning.
that you remain seated with your seatbelts securely
All right, let's stop the
fastened
aircraft.
until the aircraft comes to
What
a
I'm going to do
complete
is just
stop
I'm just
and
going
the
to kind
captain turns
of roll
off
it.
the seatbelt sign. We advise
Okay,
you to
here we go. This
exercise
is coming up.
caution
That's
while
coming
opening
up.
the overhead compartments, as items may have shifted during the flight. Before leaving the aircraft, please take a moment to check your seat area and the overhead compartments for any personal items you may have brought on board. If you notice
good.
any
Here
belongings
it's
that
turned.
do not belong to you, please bring them to the attention of one of our flight attendants. For those passengers with connecting flights, please consult the display screens or feel free to approach our ground staff for gate information and flight details. Coastal Airways offers a range of ground services to assist you further, including baggage handling and wheelchair services.
Please remain seated.
If you require any assistance, our dedicated ground staff will be readily available to assist you.
Yeah, I
upon
gotta change all
disembarkation.
that.
Once again, we would like to thank you for choosing Coastal Airways as your preferred airline. Your safety and comfort are our top priorities, and we look forward to welcoming you
lights.
aboard again in the future. Before you leave the aircraft, please ensure you have all your personal belongings with you. If you need any last-minute assistance or have any questions, feel free to approach any of our flight attendants.
Strobes are
Thank
off.
you for flying with Coastal Airways.
And the collision lights
We hope
on.
you
We'll
had a
keep the wing
pleasant
lights off.
experience, and we wish you a
Keep the
wonderful
taxi
stay
lights
at your
on.
destination or a safe onward journey.
Overhead. That's off.
Have a
That's
fantastic
off.
day.
Fantastic morning. That's right. We're gonna go gate 6, I believe. Can't remember. I don't have a SIP page in front of me. All right. Or gate 4. I think it's gate 4. All right, APU coming on. GSX. Gate 4. That's not what I wanted. So it's east or ramp. Alright, maybe this is it. Ramp 4. Oh. Menzies. There we are. That's what we wanted. Okay, we got dispatcher coming in. That's good. I'll go ahead and turn off number 2. APU's coming on. Number 2 is coming closed. Alright, let's park this thing.
Cabin crew, doors to manual.
Taxi lights off. I spent many an hour over here feeling aircraft. Lots of time. 7:01. We're good. We're good till 7:15. So all this is pad time for us. Gravy. Tap the brakes. That's good right there. We'll stop the aircraft. Brakes coming on. Off. That's it. All right, seatbelts coming off. Seatbelts off. Where are we? All right, seatbelts are off. We'll go ahead and turn off the fuel pumps. Let's keep that one on. And thank you. Good parking, they said. I'll throw the dome. It's dim. Coming down here, we're gonna throw the pumps off. Packs are gonna. We're gonna have full services. We'll just throw the APU bleed on for now. Keep the packs on for a minute, and then the anti-collision light is off. Let's go ahead and get the jetway in, and then we're gonna request a deboarding, please. Go ahead. Okay, we're gonna head in chock. Wheel chock set. Good. And then we're gonna click return. We're gonna go to ground services here. We're gonna request the ground unit, and it's 40-something degrees out here. It's beautiful. So we're not gonna request air conditioning cart. We'll just keep it going. We don't need it. It's so nice. 47 degrees. Not too bad. All right, welcome to Daytona. Hopefully you had a good time. Loud and clear on the...
Clear enough. 4 out of 5. Roger. If you can grab power, stand up. Start getting you offloaded.
Yep. Get off my plane. Go ahead and open the door. I'll let the passengers deplane, and we're done. We're getting ready for the next run over to Providence, Rhode Island, folks. This is your aircraft. So we will see you here at the gate. This is Delta. I know this is Delta's gate we're using this. I think there's one on the other side that's open. Yeah, we'll have to mess with that. Anyway, welcome to Daytona, and I'll see you folks in Providence. Well,